You know, I read what Brian has to say about the losing, and you know, I don't know if he'd really trade them all in. I probably would try to win a few more, but he's doing everything he can to give us an opportunity offensively. I think some other guys have had, some contributions too, but he kind of stands alone in how he's carried this team with his bat, but we haven't been able to back it up with enough pitching. That's been the biggest thing.
There's 3 behind the major league lead now, behind Trumbo, which is does some of this now become to the point where you start to think it's sustainable? This is him going forward. Can you start to think of him that way?
I'm not taking anything away from what Brian's doing. I don't know if it's realistic to think a guy's going to be a potential 40 home run guy on an annual basis. We've seen enough to know that, he's hit the high 20s here a couple times, and now this year it's just been a pretty giant leap forward, especially as of late. So as far as who's leading Trumbo, well, we'll see where we are at the end of tomorrow. That's it's been crazy.
Can you put your finger on maybe what he's doing different now than he was at the beginning of the year?
He's ultra confident. He's got some good fundamental things to his swing that creates some power. He knows how to use his backside and create space on that fastball. It's not like he's hitting mediocre fastballs. You got guys pumping mid-90 fastballs to him, and so it's a matter of trusting what you see and reacting, but creating space at the same time. We all know he's been a pull-oriented guy here for quite a while. He's made some adjustments to keep some defenses honest, but in the meantime, I know that he knows if he gets a pitch, he's ready to hit it.
You mentioned the bullpen and some of the youngsters you're marching out there. Trevor May seems to be getting closer. How much could a guy like that help?
Well, we'll welcome any arms back into the mix just to increase opportunities and, gives us a few more options. We'll see Trevor and Tommy pitch tomorrow to some of our hitters early. Things go well. Hopefully they'll be, live and ready to go by Friday, which will be a nice boost if we get those 2 guys back.
We asked you yesterday about pitching to Dozier as the leadoff hitter and how you kind of have to live with putting him at the top. Their home runs came with guys on base today. Brian's mostly didn't again today. Is that?
A couple of responses. I think when you lead off a game, it's a lot of guys like to throw first pitch fastballs, even to a first ball fastball hitter. They just try to get it in the right spot. As far as multi-run homers, he's mixed in a few during this run. That's why he's up in the 90s in RBIs. He's going to potentially have a 100-run scored, 100 RBI season, double figures in stolen bases, extra base hits, mid-70s, maybe approaching 80. There's just a lot of remarkable things. I'm not going to take him out of that spot, just because of the role he's on and the fact that offensively we seem to be scoring fairly well as a unit. It's just, we're coming up short.